Hey guys, this is Chef Boy JP bringing you a new flak build this week. This is Clarity Fl4k. Clarity Fl4k is a high burst damage flak build focused on utilizing the call weapons mixed with Gorilla in the Mist to maximize for really high periods of burst damage. All the call weapons have one thing in common. When you crit, hits ricochet and return to your magazine and hits other enemies. Fl4k, we're using Gorillas in the Mist, has the power to exploit this and have pretty high uptime of just constant extra projectiles, allowing to some of the clips you just saw earlier. So for our weapons, we're just going with a couple variations of different calls weapons. King's calls, Queen's calls, Lucian's call. Roland's call is fine too, but after the most recent buff, these are the weapons I'm preferring right now. For anointment, you want to get anything usable. Consecutive hits is actually ideal. All of my anointments kind of suck right now, but the build still performs fine at that. 200 while ASA is also pretty good too, because it'll benefit during Gorillas in the Mist. For your shield, you're going to want to get anything with a low recharge delay. And for the anointment, you're going to see I have ASE cooldown rate. That's because with this build, and the cooldown time and duration time of Gorillas in the Mist, it's not possible to get uptime in your ASEs. It's just really not going to happen. They're not going to benefit you very much. So better, we just want to get back in Gorillas in the Mist immediately. 13% reduced damage on ASEs, fine for your shield too. Anything that really complements the build. For your grenade, a Hunter Seeker is very important. It's going to allow you to get your cooldown back faster in the periods where you're not using Gorillas in the Mist. Instead of having to shoot and risk not hitting a crit and then not getting ammo back, you can just throw a Hunter Seeker instead, and that will crit for you and it'll give your cooldown back, and it'll even give you ammo back in your current weapon. For your artifact, I forgot to mention, this is our bossing setup right here. So for our artifact, we are using Pearl of Ineffable Knowledge. When you are mobbing, my personal preference at the moment is Icebreaker Victory Rush plus a Frozen Heart Shield. That'll make mobbing the easiest, just since you have to hit so many targets, you don't freeze them up, crit them. It'll make it a little easier too to hit people outside of Gorillas in the Mist. It gives you some survivability. When it comes to your comm, you're going to want to use a Bounty Hunter for bossing. This is just the best comm for bossing generally. It allows bosses are treated as humans, beasts, and robotics, allowing Hunter's Eye or Eagle's Eye to get its maximum benefit. And for mobbing, I currently prefer the Cosmic Stalker. This just recently got buffed, and with Fl4k's V1, V2 bonuses, they just start to add up. This boosts them a little further even. And yeah, Fl4k starts to do plenty of damage. Alright, that's it for the gear and build, guys. Alright, here are the skills for Clarity Fl4k. We're going Fadeaway, Gorillas in the Mist, and Unblinking Eye. Gorillas in the Mist to maximize our Fadeaway uptime to get the most shots out of our call weapons, and Unblinking Eye to maximize our damage. Not My Circus is a perfectly viable option for mobbing, but you will get more damage with Unblinking Eye. In the green tree, standard for the most part. A couple things I do want to point out. We're going 5 out of 5 in the Rage and Recover. This skill gives you a lot, and I mean a lot of healing. We don't need overclocked because you really shouldn't be reloading unless you're missing your shots. We don't need Eager to Impress because we get enough cooldown reduction from head count, so that'll pretty much do the job there. In the blue tree, we're just going 3 out of 3 into Persistence Hunter. This is really important. It's going to make our Gorillas in the Mist longer than it already is, and it'll just give us more uptime to maximize our damage. In the red tree, everything is pretty much standard too. I didn't go 3 out of 3 into head count because I had 3 points and it was just bugging out all the time. It was bothering me. So I went a couple extra points into Second Intention. Again, we don't reload that much in this build, but when we do reload, we at least want it to be quick. Alright guys, here are the Mayhem Modifiers for Clarity Fl4k. For our easy modifier, I recommend Galaxy Brain. Not only is it a lot of fun, but it's going to make it really easy to hit your crits with this build. It'll make it a lot easier to mob when you're not in Fadeaway using Gorillas in the Mist. For your medium modifier, I recommend Healy Avenger. It's pretty passive, won't really do much to you. There's a couple other ones you can use too, but Healy Avenger is probably the best. For your hard modifier, I like Ticked Off. You don't do any status effect damage with this build. Alternatively, there's also a number of other things you can use, but Ticked Off is a pretty good option. And lastly, for your very hard modifier, I recommend Buddy System or Postmortem. Holy Crit just don't miss your shots. If you're using Holy Crit, you will get a little more damage if you're hitting your crits in the true crit point. You gotta hit the true crit point when using Holy Crit. Not My Face will destroy your damage, don't use that. And you will go into fight for your life every once in a while, so don't be using Roguelite either. Alright, that's it. Thanks guys. Again, thanks for dropping in and checking out Clarity Fl4k, everyone. I really would love to hear what everyone thinks about this build. Please feel free to leave a like, go ahead and leave a comment, and if you like what I have going here, go ahead and subscribe. There'll be more videos coming out in the future. Thanks and have a great day.